Hi Aries, this is Carrie at wooingnature.life bringing you your February reading for 2020. I'm going to be doing some shorter readings from here on out, 15 minutes, so that I can actually get them done in a timely manner. I don't mind going long, but it just takes so long to upload them. So I'm going to have to shorten them for that reason. So if you need to take a deeper dive, you know where to reach me, and we can do that. If this resonates with you and you want to find out more, then feel free to reach out, okay? All right, so in the month of February, right off the bat, I've got the Ten of Cups. Looks like some fulfillment is happening, particularly in the area of love. You got a lot of love, okay? And that's because you are the center of that. So if you're getting a lot of love, you're getting a lot of love, a lot of attention, people are around you, people are surrounding you, supporting you, you're receiving that support. You're also receiving lots of encouragement from people around you. People are watching you, they're paying attention to you, and they are seeing how you're growing. They are seeing how you're growing, and so they are supporting you, but it's really coming from you. It's coming from you, okay? That rainbow right there in the middle is a promise. The rainbow is a representation of the Ark of the Covenant, actually. And so this is something that has been in the works for you. This is something that was ordained. This is something that was assigned to you. If you know anything about the covenant of Noah, then you need to delve into that, because that's where that energy comes from. It's like, you know, with Noah, God promised Noah, if you do what I ask you to do, if you follow that road, if you are obedient to me, then I'm going to bless you. And that's what happened. And not only did God bless Noah, but God also replenished the earth because of Noah's dedication. And so that's the energy that you are walking with right now. We got the Knight of Cups here, which to me tells me either that things are either happening very quickly, but I'm also seeing that that you're focused, that you are focused on the power of love. You are focused on the power of love. There is a power that comes with accepting and knowing, loving yourself, honoring yourself, and being a vessel of love for other people. People don't appreciate that in this day and time. But Spirit is saying that it appreciates it in you and recognizes it in you and is rewarding you according to your faith. Literally. So you're understanding that, you're sitting with that, you're observing that, you are protected by it, you are spiritually protected by it, and it's almost like you're in a priesthood, because the connection, you're making the connections. And that connection is giving you a lot of insight. It's giving you a lot of insight. Cool. All right, let's see what else we got going on. All right, we have a Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles here. I see with this, there's the manifestation, like in numerology, you find manifestation in the number 8. You can also find manifestation number 4. There's a portion of manifestation in number 3, but 6 is also a manifestation number as well. From this, I'm getting that there is a spiritual connection. Again, falls right along with this, and this is like that spiritual power of love here. But I'm also getting that there is a cosmic connection. It's almost like you are making an immediate or a visceral connection. I'm trying to think of the right words. I'm not good with words sometimes when these things are downloading, but yeah, it's almost like an immediate connection with the spirit realm. it's something that you don't even have to think about. That's what I'm saying. And then that's what's being called for, and that's what you are doing, Aries. So rely on that sight. I'm getting that insight here. I'm getting that you're connecting and you're making that connection about spiritual power, and it's giving you the sight that you need so that you can use the information to manifest other things. Yes, indeed. All right, so we've got the Hangman here, which is about releasing, letting go, free falling, allowing spirit to put you in the place that you need to be. You may not be able to see it right now, but once you release to that, once you allow yourself to free fall, you're gonna see that you're protected. You have a safety net, and it's a safety net that you probably didn't know that you had. All right, we've got 4 in foundations as well as the King of Wands here. To me, that's a real there is an alignment. Okay, remember when I was telling you about this card and you understanding this spiritual nature and understanding what that is, and you're making the connection and you have an almost immediate connection? By you making that connection, you are going to connect with other people like that. See, when you're making it, when you're doing your inner work, which it looks like, Aries, you have been, when you do that inner sanctum work and you make your ascension, then that puts you in a different vibration and a different frequency, and then you're able to find other people who are also in that frequency that you can rock with. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. That's them. That's them. And then this is the position that you are holding in that circle of trust. So start to put together your circle of trust, and you really are going to be within that circle of trust. You are going to be the person that kind of guides them or guides the activity, that guides the process that you all are going to go through together. So they're going to be looking up to you. You'll probably be in a position of leadership within this clan. So this could be at work. Just be on the lookout for other people. I hate to use that word like-minded, because I don't think we always need to be like-minded. Hold on one second. I'm going to pause so I can get this card out from under the couch. Okay, you know they make me work for it. All right, so under the couch was the 5 of Swords here. This is burying the hatchet, burying the old stuff, burying those things that kind of kept you back or kept you in that dead energy, not that energy of life. You're saying sayonara to all of that. You are making your peace with that. You are honoring those lessons that you learned during the hard times, okay? And you're also honoring what you learned in the process. Yes, indeed. Yep. See what I mean? There's the Hierophant there, learning. You're in a position, you were in a position of learning, and now those hardships and those difficulties that you might have encountered have now turned into things that has turned into insight and turned into wisdom for you. These have been some great readings today. I'm feeling so good. All right, we got the 9 of Pentacles. Again, 9s represent closure. And you know, where one door closes, there's another one that opens. So you can expect to see some open doorways. And not just some open doorways, but look at how this doorway just shoots up out the grass like it's nothing else with it. So it's going to come out of nowhere. Aries, that open doorway is going to come out of nowhere. You're not going to be expecting it. But you know, we don't know everything. Spirit knows everything. Spirit's been cooking this up for you for probably quite some time and has been preparing you for it, which is what this stuff was about, that you just went through, all this conflict and difficulty, trying to get your mind right and all that kind of stuff. That's what it's been there for. So this door that seems like it's going to open out of nowhere, it's all been by design. All been by design. All right, other messages for Aries. We got the world and we've got the devil. The world and the devil. Okay, so now you know what happens. We know when they say new level, new devil. That's what you got here, okay? So now that you have made it through that process that you just went through before, all of that inner work, getting your mind right, getting your spirit right, and making making those connections with those people, you guys are going to start taking off. You're going to start, things are going to speed up. And when that happens, when you get out there, so to speak, because I'm seeing the world card normally looks like the ending of something, the end of a cycle and the beginning of another one. And this is probably the beginning, or you're closing out. But you know how as you're starting to transition out of one thing, then there'll be somebody that's going to try to thwart the progress. Just keep that right on out. You're going to have to do some protection stuff and some prayer stuff and everything else that'll help you kind of get through that, because you are in a position of abundance. There's the Empress. So you need to stay prayed up. You need to stay prayed up because this is coming. You know, I know when we have good news, we don't want to hear the bad news right away. But it's not bad news if you know how to handle it. It never has to be bad news. It's always going to be somebody going to try to get you and try to make you turn away from what you know, or make you question what it is you know, or make you question even your team or the people that are coming around you. Somebody might have something to say, oh, were you hanging out with that person? Why are you hanging out with them? Well, because this person is connected to me on my ascension process. That's why. So you got to kind of put that out the way. But the best way to connect to that or reconnect is through prayer and using your sight. Using the insight that the Lord gave you. Okay? The message is never underestimate the power of love. You already know that. You've already seen that. You already recognize that. That's already been made evident to you, through your journey. So you already know that information. That's not news. That's not anything new, but there's a very high order to this for you, Aries. And you are approaching that. It's almost like an even bigger cup. And then we get that from the Empress. And we also get that from this card because, again, it's coming from you. It's coming from what you've put down and what you know and what you've done. So that may have been hard, whatever you were going through. It may have been difficult. Not like, you know, everybody's hardship is different. But when you are an ambassador for love and you are an ambassador for doing the right thing, an ambassador for being compassionate, an ambassador for being humble. I was just reminded of the passage from Corinthians in the Bible that talks about love, being patient and being kind, being not puffed up, love suffering long, that kind of thing. So you've been doing that and you've been standing up for it. You've been speaking on behalf of that. You have been letting your life be the example of that. And it seems like it may have not been noticed, or it may not have even been appreciated, or people may have even talked to you about it. Some of these folk may even talk to you about it, but the message is you have done that work. You are being respected for that work. You have gone the distance. You have pushed through, and there's an even bigger cup for you. There's an even bigger cup for you to feed from, and I am seeing that both in the Page of Cups, through the message, and also through the Empress card, which is always about infinite abundance. Okay? Positive February, I just said Aquarius. My bad. Aries, positive messages for you. You've done the work. So really all you're doing in February is finding your people and keeping the devil in the hole. That's all you got to do in February. Just lean back, connect with your people, and you'll be good to go. If you want to take a deeper dive, you know how to reach me, Carrie at wooingnature.life. I am also teaching tarot for self-discovery online. So if you want to learn more about the tarot and learn more about yourself, please feel free to sign up for that class. Go to wooingnature.life. Go to the booking page, and at the bottom you will see Tarot for Self-Discovery. Click on that. It's just $40 for the class. You can take your time. You can learn at your own pace. And we'd be glad to help you do that. All right, help you get that connection. As always, I hope you have a great February and you're having a wonderful life.